Hello, hello students. Today we are going to learn about law of demand. So let's start.
So law of demand was given by Professor Alfred Marshall. That is principle of economic in 1890. Okay, the law of demand was introduced by Professor Alfred Marshall in his book Principle of Economic, which is published in 1890. Okay. If price is increased, demand is decreased. If demand is decreased, price is increased. Okay. Now statement of law. Statement of law. According to Professor Alfred Marshall, other things being constant, higher the price of commodity, smaller the quantity of demand. Lower the price of commodity, larger the quantity of demand. This schedule show price and quantity of demanded commodity. This schedule show price and quantity demanded of commodity. Now this diagram, on y-axis it shows price of commodity. Okay, on y-axis it shows price of commodity, and on x-axis, this vertical is y-axis and horizontal is x-axis. Okay, so x-axis shows commodity, quantity of commodity, and quantity of demand, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. See, the price of commodity, when price is decreased, then quantity of demand is increased at quantity 2. Okay, when price is decreased 40 to 30, then quantity of demanded is 3. Then price is another decreased to 20, then quantity of demand is 4. Then price is at the end 10, then quantity of demand is 5. Okay, it demand curve slope downward. Okay, demand curve slope કેવો છે? Downward છે, ઉપરથી નીચે આવ્યા કરતો છે. It shows the inverse relation, opposite relation, okay, between the price and quantity. If price is increased, demand is decreased. If price is decreased, demand is increased. That relation shows inverse relation. Okay, demand curve show by DD. Now every law has its exception. First, that is Giffen paradox. Inferior goods or low quality of goods are those who are demanded does not rise even if the price is small. Sir Robert Giffen observed this behavior in England in the relation to bread. He noted that when the price of bread is declined, okay, price of bread is decreased, people did not buy more goods or more bread because of their real income or purchasing power is increased. They prefer to buy a superior goods like meat. This is known as a Giffen paradox. Second one is prestige goods. Prestige goods. What is meant by a prestige? Prestige means high quality, high price, valuable. Excessive goods like expensive goods like diamond, gold, that like a product is called as a prestige goods. Expensive goods like a diamond, gold are a status symbol. The goods which show status is called as a prestige goods. So rich people buy more if even more their price are high. Rich people, अमीर लोग વધારે purchase करे, વધારે अमीरी बतावाना માટે. That called as a prestige goods. Okay. Next one, speculation. For an example, in rainy season we are demanded for umbrella, raincoat. Okay, that's like in the season of, or in the festival like Diwali, we are demanded for new clothes or sweets or crackers. The law of demand does not hold the true or when people expect the prices rise to still the further is demanded. Umbrella time in rainy season, people are more demanded for umbrella even if their price is rising. In this case, although the price have risen today, the consumer will demand more anticipation for rise in price. Price of oil, sugar, etc. are rises at the time of Diwali or before the Diwali. So people go to purchasing more at a high price also, as they anticipated to price more rise during the Diwali. That is speculation. Speculation as per season, as per festival, as per the time. The people demanded the more goods on year before. They want to buy on a high price also. Okay, that is speculation. Next, price illusion. What is price illusion? The consumer have an illusion that high price of goods are better quality. The consumer have an illusion that high price goods are a high quality or good quality. Therefore, the demand for such goods are increased with the rise in price. Okay, for an example, branded products which are more expensive are more demanded even if high price. That's why they are covered under the exception. When our income is increased, demand is also increased. That's why it's covered under the exemption. Price is increased, demand is increased. Price is decreased, demand is decreased. That's why it's covered under exemption. Next, ignorance. What is ignorance? Sometimes due to ignorance of people buy more of commodity at high price. Okay, this may happen when consumer ignore about the price of that commodity. Okay, when consumer ignore the price of commodity and it demanded for that high increased price. Okay, high price for goods, that is called as ignorance. Next, habitual goods. What is habitual? Habitual goods डेली बेस पर कंपल्सरी डिमांड करવું જરૂરી છે. ટેબોકો, આલ્કોહોલ, જે ડ્રંકાર્ડ્સ પીપલ હોય તે લોકોને ડેલી બેસ પર જોઈએ જ. ઓકે, તે habitual goods કહેવાય. That is due to the habit of consumption, certain goods like tea, that like a good, that type of goods like a tea, purchase require quantity even at a high price. Drunkards are demanded for alcohol. Okay, for an example, tobacco also. Okay, that cover under the exemption. If price is decreased, demand is decreased. If price is increased, demand is increased. That cover under the inverse relation. That they are not covered under the inverse relation. Okay, that's why they are the exemption of a law of demand. Next, assumption. Assumption of law of demand. They assume that there is no change between the something, or there is no change between the income or population. Okay, there is no change. The people are demanded same goods at the same time in any situation. Okay, the first assumption is no change in income. No change in income. It assumes that law of demand, the Professor Alfred Marshall assumed that there is no change in income of a person. Okay, if law of demand is found true, Alfred, then the consumer income should be remain constant. If there is a rise in income, people may demand more given price. But if there is no change, they are not demanded more for goods. Okay, that's why there is no change in income. They assume that there is no change. Okay, next one, no change in size of population. There is no change. It is assumed that size of population remain unchanged. There is no change. Any change in size, if population get changed, then demand is increased or decreased. But Alfred Marshall assumed that there is no change. If family member, that if in one family there are 4 members, at all times there is only 4 members. There is no increase, no change in policy. There is no change in tax policy. There is no change in tax policy. Habit, taste and fashion mean that there is no change in policy. Next, no change. Habit, taste and fashion. no change in habit, taste and fashion. Alfred Marshall, you assume that there is no change in habit, taste or fashion. Next, no change in price of substitute goods. What is meant by substitute goods? Alfred Marshall says that there is no change in price of substitute goods. No change in substitute goods. If it is assumed that price of substitute goods remain unchanged, any changes occur in price between the substitute goods, the demand will be changed. That's why they assume that there is no change. Okay. Next one. No change. No expectation about no change in future expectation. No change in future expectation. It is assumed that consumer do not expect any future or any further changes in future. Okay, if consumer expect a rise in price or low in demand, okay, it may change in future. Okay, there will be no change in price expectation or no change in future expectation. Okay, there will be no change between the income, population, policy, taste, habit and fashion, and also future expectation. There will be no change. Okay.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any doubt, comment down.